every time I'm through. Same packet, nobody knew, so I never get confused. Hotel got a bird's eye view, hotel got a waiting room. Read a magazine while you wait for me, baby, I'll be done so soon. Phone gotta be off, each store got locks, I got some trusted shoes. 10K on the countertop, don't look so shocked, it's nothing new. Death comes in threes, wins come in twos, cash comes in ones. Throw it up, celebrate some news. I do a good job, pull up and pop out and pull out. Hat on and hood on, pedal to metal. When I put my foot on, I got to put on. I got a bad one, they wanna keep me, oh that's a good one. Pockets are dense, I think my bread is hard as a crouton. Receipts in my pocket, don't come with a coupon. Okay.
On a chilly December afternoon, EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to Paul Brown Stadium in Cincinnati, Ohio. This crowd loves their orange and black. The scene just a short time ago, they were in full roar as their guys burst out of the locker room. We're ready for football as the Bengals get set to do battle with the Cleveland Browns. Here we go. The final week of the NFL season. Week 17 is underway. This is fielded at the goal line. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line.
At their own 29-yard line.
Ready, set. 57, right. We own there.
This is the former Nittany Lion, the rookie Miles Sanders. He'll have a first down past the 40. And he'll be taken down at the 26. A huge play there right off the bat. 45 yards on the ground. They had trouble stopping the run last week of the loss, and here it rears its ugly head early.
You're supposed to try and get your confidence going after a loss like that where you gave up big yards running the football. This is not the way to go about it. It looks exactly as it did just a week ago.
To throw it is Locke, and he'll find Hall. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. In for the score. And the Browns take it right down the field and score on the opening drive. Extra point by Seibert up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. Following the touchdown, here's Seibert now to kick it off. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. So here's Dalton and the Bengals now, 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Only a yard on the keeper, and it'll be 2nd down.
Nice job by that defensive front there to hold them to a short gain on 1st down. Well played, I must say.
Yeah, only getting 1 yard. There was no room to run. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Throwing, Dalton. And that is intercepted by the Pro Bowl cornerback Denzel Ward. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line. So a big chunk of yardage will be marked off there for that PI call.
And now you know why receivers and the guys throwing the ball, they like to collaborate and just heave it up sometimes, because you can get these types of calls that go against the defense. Pass interference, and they gain over 30 yards of real estate on that one.
From the 38, Dalton. He completes it to Boyd. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And this will be up to the ruling of the side judge here. He says it crossed out of bounds at the 16-yard line. The Browns drive about to get started. Even though they might not find the number 1 seed next to their name come playoff time, there's not going to be very many teams, if any, entering the playoffs on the kind of run they're on. They're hot.
And I love that word, hot, because every team in the league wants to go into the playoffs on that uptick. Because a lot of the time you serve notice to the rest of the league that, hey, we're the team you need to deal with. We're the team that's going to be a real problem for you. And if they can continue this streak, they can very well be that team and gain that confidence that there's.
Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. A big play there. 84 yards. And the Browns are able to strike quickly for 6. Extra point by Seibert, up and good. And it's now 14-0. Following the touchdown, here's Seibert now to kick it off. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Bengals drive about to get going. You know, in our research packet this week, prepping for the game, so many articles from the local beat writer about the offensive struggles of this team and what will they do this offseason. What do you think they'll do?
Well, number one, they'll turn to their self-scouting report. And every team that's any good does this. They have outside groups. Check out their team, scout them, and tell you who can play, who can't play, and reasons why. Some of it may just be health. They have to get some guys helping.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
So the sack, and now it's 3rd and long for Dalton and the Bengals.
Watch block, watch it, block. Here you go, 368. No.
From the gun, Dalton looks to throw. Under pressure again, and down he goes again.
He's the NFL sack leader coming into the game, and now that's 2 more that he's added to his total.
He wants some separation from spot 1 and 2 in that sack category. Punting now is Huber as he sends it away. It's a net of 40 there, a punt of 48, and a return of 8. And the Browns will take over, 1st and 10. A first scoring update now from Carolina. And it's the Panthers there out to the early advantage. Remember to keep an eye on the ticker, of course, at the bottom of your screen for updates on that game and others around the NFL. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. A run for Tony Pollard, the Memphis product. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. 14 yards, and it's a Cleveland first down.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
First down, and it's Pollard again. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. A big pickup of 38. He covered a lot of ground, great blocking, and now they can sniff that end zone.
They certainly can, and because of that run, maybe you come back and fake it to him on this play and throw a little play action. Someone should break wide open.
And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
From back at the 4, here's 2nd and goal. On the ground, the rookie Mike Weber from Ohio State. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That 2nd down play, that's a -4. Ready for the second quarter, and it's our visitors with the football as they'll see what they can do on 3rd and goal. The start of the second quarter, and it's the Browns in control of the football as they'll see what they can do on 3rd and goal. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Tony Pollard with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Browns are going to tack on to their advantage. Extra point by Seibert up and good. And that makes the score 21-0. Following the touchdown, here's Seibert now to kick it off. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half. Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either. They'll get 4 back there on the run, but now they're looking up at a 3rd and 12 situation. Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day. He gets this one to Boyd. Here's Kevin Huber now as he's on to punt for Cincinnati. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Taken in at the 11. Officials so cognizant of that call nowadays, but that one looked pretty easy. Yeah, you're right. They took out of their hands having to wonder whether it's a 5-yard or a 15-yard inadvertent or not. Now, it's a lot easier. You see it, you call it. Excellent field position after the face mask penalty. 1st and 10 out near midfield. Pollard going to try the right side. And across midfield he goes and into Bengal territory. It's a 6-yard pickup, but it gets him to 2nd and 4. Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there. The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. Now a play fake, and here's Locke. That's taken in by Callaway. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. Antonio Callaway, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Browns are going to tack on to their advantage. Extra point by Seibert, up and good. And the route is on here in this first half. Following the touchdown, here's Seibert now to kick it off. This fielded at the 2. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
Here we go.
The Bengals drive about to get going. Typically down in the first half, I might say, oh, you at least need a field goal out of this drive, but they're down to the point where they need a touchdown, don't they?
Yeah, normally, you know me. I mean, you've been around me for a while now, right?
Unfortunately.
I'm sorry about that. But normally, I'm the one preaching patience.
Yeah.
You know, take your time. First half, you still got a chance. I think they're out of patience here.
And that is intercepted by the Pro Bowl cornerback Denzel Ward. And he will not get all the way home, but he will take this back down to about the 2-yard line. Suddenly, it's 1st and goal after the interception. A quick change in the situation here. And that's going to be caught for a Browns touchdown. A 2-yard touchdown grab as his guys continue to pour it on.
Brandon, my man, just one sentence for that one. Clinic.
And that's what they've done. They lead the league in points per game this season, but it's been quick strikeability as we saw on that drive.
I think they're actually intimidating defenses because they're back on their heels right away, wondering where it's going to come from, how they're going to hit them. This group is well organized, well coached, and extremely confident in what they do.
And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete. So now it's 3rd and long, because remember, they also lose a down on the grounding call. Out of the gun, it's Dalton. He's got a man, and that's Alex Erickson. And they work this well upfield across the 45. He got 29 yards that time. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Dalton with a give here to Mixon. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. They'll get 14 on that one. Good for a Bengal 1st down. So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 39-yard line. Mixon with it. No dice this go-around. He's hit behind the line and taken down. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
On 2nd and 11 now, Dalton. And that is intercepted by the Pro Bowl cornerback Denzel Ward. He's at the 30. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Browns defense has a touchdown.
What you just saw there, 1st-round talent, 2nd year, even more success. A pick 6 for a touchdown.
A great play. And it's tough for these guys, you've told me before, to adjust in the secondary as a first-year guy. So that sophomore season, it's big for them.
They really start to expand the playbook for them even more. Sometimes they dumb it down a little bit to make them comfortable year 1. By year 2, they should have all the nuances, and now they've adjusted to the speed of NFL play as well.
Showed right there. Extra point by Seibert, up and good. And the route is on here in this first half. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This will be taken in at the 1. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. The Bengals drive about to get going. And following the pick 6, and they had decent field position in throwing that pick 6. We'll see how they attack this run.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told us they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
Now a quick throw as that's complete on the hitch route. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. The last catch nearly got him a first, but it did not, and they'll try to convert on 3rd and inches. And Eifert has it. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. Dalton to his big target, Eifert for the Cincinnati first.
368. Bravo. I'm here all day.
On 1st and 10, here's Andy Dalton. And his throw's going to be incomplete. He was looking for Alex Erickson that time. And that'll bring up 2nd down. So 2nd down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43. A draw play. Bernard. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. It's a Bengal first down, a pickup of 11. Dalton, 1st and 10. Escaping the pressure. And a big loss here as he's taken down. The Bengals going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long.
54, Mike, 54. Hey, orbit. 54, watch 54.
And Dalton to throw. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense. Boy, they had a lot of real estate to make up there, but what a big-time play for them. Nice completion, excellent game. Now they're in 4th and manageable.
Just a little short, though, with that marker.
They're going to need some therapy after this.
4th down. Dalton wants to throw. Being chased out left. And able to find Green. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Not often do 4th down conversions result in 23 yards, but that's the case here. 1st down. This clearly the final play of the half, but no field goal attempt. They're going for it with 3 seconds remaining. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Dalton flush to his right. That's going to be caught by Ross for a Bengal touchdown. John Ross, as time expires in the first half, as they are now on the board. Oh, it's a fake. They'll try and throw for it. That is caught inside the 5. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. So we've come upon halftime here in Week 17. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, the final 2 quarters of the NFL regular season are upon us as the second half of Week 17 is underway. Oh, nice spin.
Oh, that brought back bad memories.
And he'll get it up just past the 20, and his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. Mixon with a first down carry. Yeah, boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle. That's what we saw right there.
Yeah, that's what their job is, and really a lot of the time.
And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Greedy Williams, the rookie from LSU. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Browns defense has a touchdown. This D wanted to put it away before we even get to the fourth quarter, widening that margin a bit further.
And while they won't just empty the bench just yet, if you're a backup, start loosening up. I think you'll get a chance to play before this one is over now with that type of a cushion.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. The Bengals drive about to get going. And fresh off the pick six, they've got to forget about that quickly.
In this case now, the guy throwing the ball, he's got to be like what we talk about with defensive backs who get beat for a long touchdown. Short-term memory, right back out there doing the things that he does best, and knowing that taking care of the ball is paramount. Here's his opportunity.
It all comes back to those defensive backs for the former DB, right?
I don't know where that comes from. It just kind of emerges out of me for some reason.
It's deep in there, right? A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. On second down, here's Mixon. He's got a first down and more inside the 30. A gain there of 21 yards.
Would you say this offense is locked in right now?
They're having no trouble on this drive. What is it, 3 plays, 3 first downs?
Yeah, you talk about on the march. They keep this up, they'll get to the end zone real fast.
And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. Another nice gain, 16 yards there and a first down again. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's first and goal. And he's going to get him about 3 yards closer. He's down to about the 2.
Well, he did get a taste the previous week. He got into the end zone, trying his best to get there in this game. So far, he's been denied.
From the 2 now, second and goal.
You better bring it.
And no pitch there and no chance either as he's brought down behind the line of scrimmage. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And that's going to bring up an interesting third and goal.
Check Mike 54. Mike 54.
And now on the pitch, the ball's loose. And this is picked up by the Browns. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, give some credit to the defense. They forced the big play, knocked the ball free from him, but it's a cardinal sin by the quarterback. Know where you are on the field, and he just gave up at a minimum 3 points.
Instead of getting down, takes the contact. The turnover ensues. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on second and 13. Another run here with Sanders. And space opened up a bit. He's able to take this up past the 10. 8 yards on the run, and that cuts this down to a third and about 5.
Hey, team 6. Team 6.
Just like that. Just like that.
Hey, Sam off. Check 9. Check 9. Ready.
They look to throw. It's Locke. So instead of giving them another third down, they'll decline it, brings up 4.
Now, that's smart football right there. You don't even have to really spend a lot of time considering it. Just know that you're probably going to get the ball back. Good job declining that penalty.
And he's able to get it out of there. Oh, he slipped right by him. How did he stay on his feet? That'll be a 49-yard punt, 6 yards there on the return. And the Bengals will take over here first and 10. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And they'll be looking to atone for last time's mistake of fumbling inside the red zone. Certainly they want to do that again.
And so much emphasis placed on red zone offense. I mean, you have periods devoted in practice just for that because everyone knows how vital it is to put points on the board when you've entered that part of the field. And to come away with nothing, that's difficult for a team to handle.
Difficult, and now we'll see if they can make it less difficult on themselves on this drive. He lost 4 there, and it's 3rd down. Continues to be a struggle for this offense and this home crowd. They're growing a little restless here in the second half.
And I think they've just got to look at how they're trying to move the football. Yeah, you want to run it, but maybe you spread it out, maybe some swing passes that can take the place of runs and give you a little more space.
It'll be a gain of 8, but it'll also lead to a 4th down. To throw here, Dalton, and the catch good. It's Eifert. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. Give him 17 and a Cincinnati first down. Here's Dalton. Gets it to his running back, Bernard. Call it a pickup of 7, and it'll make it a 2nd down. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. Andy Dalton. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Quinnen Williams make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. So the sack, and now it's 3rd and long for Dalton and the Bengals. So Dalton now. And the pressure gets to him again. Ben Banagou, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. Their already slim hopes are going to ride on this one. They'll go on 4th down. They'll try to pass on 4th down. Dalton. And this is incomplete. The Bengals try it, but it doesn't work out. And this Browns defense stands tall. So they'd converted their first 2 4th down attempts. Not there. Now they're 2 for 3.
You think maybe the offense coordinator expended a little capital on that one? You know, when you're 2 for 2, you can lob it for that 3rd one, right? Didn't get it there. Maybe now the head coach might not be so eager to go for it as we go forward.
Another run with Sanders. Past the 20. And he takes it down deep into enemy territory. A big play that time for Cleveland. 46 yards. After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal. Now here's Pollard, and he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. So another score there, and often you talk about the 3 phases of the game. Defense, offense, special teams. It's been a clean sweep in this one, hasn't it?
It certainly has. They've been pretty dominant throughout this game. And privately, the head coach will add a 4th phase. That's the coaching. And he'll tell the ownership that as he tries to negotiate a new contract off of this win.
So they are looking strong here in the 4th quarter. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. The Bengals drive about to get going. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make a... And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off at the 23. And he'll score. Touchdown, Browns. Oh, this is becoming tough to watch. I don't know that I've seen 3 pick sixes from the same quarterback in the same game.
And I know that many are going to scream at the coach about why did you let him stay out there to throw those. But truthfully, what are the odds that you're going to throw 3 pick sixes in a game? You want to leave him out there so they can work through some of the rough stuff.
And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And they gave up the pick 6. And now they'll be looking to right the ship here. Now here is another interception. Picked off by Sidney Jones. And they will finally get him, but not until he's all the way down inside the 15-yard line. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
Protein spill. Shoot.
On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Dre Kirkpatrick, the cornerback, up to make the stop. They'll go again with Sanders. It's a gain of about 3, but it's going to leave them with 3rd and still 7 yards to go. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Browns in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Here's Seibert for the Browns field goal. Seibert able to knock this one through. And they're well on their way now as the lead grows even larger. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
And in hindsight, probably should have stayed where he was, as he'll only get back to the 16-yard line. And what is this? They're lining up here to punt on 1st down. And on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. And they'll get to this and down it inside the 25 at the 24-yard line. The Browns drive about to get started. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup? Let him get some time.
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. You know, these guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game. And that's always puzzled me a little bit.
Set. 60 Pittsburgh. Hey, Charlie. And 5.
Throwing his lock on 3rd down. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down. 4th quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead, because you keep flinging it around, you throw a couple of picks, you can put yourself in jeopardy.
And for an offense that is struggling, this is not where you want to start from. Great punt.
Fantastic punt. And for all those who wonder, what do punters do during the course of practice each and every day? The best ones do what we just saw there. Work up.
And he goes down. Dalton couldn't get rid of it, and that will be a safety. Things are just going from bad to worse now. It's a safety that does him in here, and that is one frustrated offensive unit.
They can't get out from under their own shadow right now. I mean, I know this is the NFL, but could you imagine a college crowd right now? Imagine what they'd be doing. They'd be chanting, "Start the bus," because they think this one is over.
The Browns drive about to get started. They have the dream scenario you hope for coming into the game. Just 1-0 here. And now nothing but green ahead of him. 20. A big play there on the catch and run. 59 yards. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for Cleveland, they'll wrap up the campaign an impressive 15-1. And now they'll have the week off as they get set to go after a Super Bowl title. Meanwhile, for Cincinnati, they'll limp to the finish line with a final record of 5-11. And this is a team that has a few good pieces in place, but could stand to get deeper and younger all around. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin.